Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to have a podcast about teaching speaking with my friend, Carolina Bazan.
Yes.
Caro,
With me.
I'm so glad to have you today.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here with you.
So, may you tell us the main purposes of teaching speaking?
Of course, Alejandra. Well, the main purpose of teaching how to speak is because when students are learning a foreign language, the main purpose is to communicate. So how do we communicate is by speaking. This involves, of course, writing, knowing how to write, knowing how to, talk. Or okay, what I'm trying to say is when we speak, it's the main thing. Okay, so speaking involves vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation. It's the main thing in order to finally communicate with someone. So yes, it's the most efficient purpose to communicate.
So, Caro, we all want to know what is an information gap.
Yes, Alejandra, I will tell you right now. The information gap is an activity that promotes speaking. So this activity is kind of like jigsaw activities. So we hand out information to different students. There's a student A, student B. One student has an information that the student B needs. So that's why it's called information gap. We need to fill in that gap that is needed in order to finally communicate.
Wow, that's really mind-blowing.
Thank you.
So,
it is very interesting.
Our audience want to know the strategies to develop students' speaking abilities.
Strategies or activities?
Strategies.
Okay. Well, some of those strategies is that you can have discussions with your students. So, for example, you can put a topic of the day and have your students talk with you. This way you're going to have input and output of your students. We can have role plays, have them play and speak with each other in interactions. Brainstorming, kind of like almost like discussions. Storytelling is great for small kids. Interviews, like what we're doing now. And reporting, playing cards, stuff like that.
Thank you so much. Now, Caro, suggestions to our audience to keep in mind when teaching speaking.
Okay, so one of the best things that to keep in mind is that in the classroom we always have to speak the target language. So the more we speak English, the more input the students are going to receive. So for example, in French class, the professor always tries to speak French with us. So it makes sense because if we're learning a foreign language, we have to have, as much input as we can. So the more speaking we have in that foreign language, the more the students are going to inquire all of that knowledge.
Wow, that is amazing, Caro. Thank you so much for being here today.
You're very welcome. I was honored to be here with you today.
We hope to have you again.
Thank you.
We're good.
We're really good, dude.